Hold on, hold on. There it is. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. You guys here?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? I see already Toast, Grimbone. Slaine is in the chat, but he's also here in person, so double
I'm
trouble
in the
right there.
chat. I'm in the fucking Discord. I'm everywhere, boy. Call me the FBI.
I'm the toad guy
Everywhere.
now.
He's a Toad guy. Yeah, this is it.
What's the story
That's
behind
me.
that?
That's the toad guy. Is this the
Bro,
best one?
no. You
What's
can
the story
try.
behind that? The
Alright,
toad guy.
we can talk about the Toad guy. Uh, I mean, you can request songs, but I'm not gonna play them yet. So what's up, everybody? So welcome
I
to
mean,
another
no.
episode number 7, actually. Wow, it's already been 7. Tonight's guest, I know you guys already know, Slaine and we usually have guests. Sometimes we can't get one of the good people that we want to get, and tonight is one of those nights. We have Collin.
They always settle for somebody
I'm
tonight.
gonna get my ring light.
They wanted a good guest, but they couldn't get anybody. So it's like, God damn it.
Nah,
Come on,
nah.
come on.
Honestly,
You're
we,
making a
we
mistake. You know that?
no, we've been trying to get Collin for a while. But first we have to get our boy Jay, then Nitro, people who I don't know, like
People who,
they belong to our crew, and
people
then
we like. People who are good guests.
no, you Colin, you're one of the top 5 people that we wanted to get. Like when we before we started this podcast.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
Uh,
we not Colin.
honestly, yeah,
We knew you were coming on after like week 1. Like,
yeah. So welcome everybody. Today's the day. If you wanted to see Colin, if you wanted to meet Colin, there he is up there. B flat underscore Colin. If you guys want to follow him on Twitter. So tonight's topics are a little bit. It goes from serious to a little bit crazy to common sense to gaming. So you'll see what we mean by that. So first of all, Colin, you want to introduce yourself?
Um, my name's Collin. I used to be a TO in San Diego for Smash 4 tournaments way back in the day. Not around for old, so any old players won't know me, but Smash 4 people know who I am. And that's how I met Slicer and Slaine. Slicer was the TO of the first tournament I went to, and the guy who got me into TOing and was kind of even like a mentor for a lot of it. And then Slaine was my first rival. He was the first person I ever beat in bracket. And then after that, he was the first person I ever lost to on stream, which he will not let me forget.
because you keep bringing up that I'm your first dub in bracket.
So
I
that,
man, we're 1-1. We're gonna settle this someday.
someday, I feel like if we played right now, Slaine would win, and I'd feel upset. So I'm just gonna act like I lost my Switch or something. That way I have an excuse.
Well, you're also the Toad guy.
I
So
am the toad guy.
the little story
Yeah.
behind that is I used to have a lot of streams. Well, I used to play Animal Crossing on stream, if you can believe that. And Colin was here on my streams, and like he would request. So I had song requests on. He would request every single song as a Toad, version of the song. So you would just hear the wailing, the screaming of Toad at every single song. It was crazy.
There's a great there's a great clip of like Slicer having like an existential breakdown,
I was over it.
just completely like
I
destroyed.
was over it.
There's one song where the guy was trying to do the Toad voice, but it was too scratchy and high pitched, so he kept having all these voice cracks, and the singer sounded like he was in pain.
Yeah.
And Slicer was just getting so pissed off. Like he can't even do the voice. Like all your songs he's annoyed, but when he gets like I can't do the Toad voice, he's just getting angry at the guy for failing.
Hazy, Hazy, you had 30 minutes before we
Oops.
started this to fix the stream layout.
No, I'm making it bigger. I didn't think you,
You
you
had
guys have
30 minutes
big
before we
heads.
started to fix this.
You guys got big heads. There it is.
You got a big head.
Don't
What are
have
you
a
talking
big
about?
head. I'm just really close to the camera. I'm not even that close.
Oh yeah,
I
and
can't get my
also
hoodie.
one more thing. Colin actually made my first emote, and he inspired my second emote. So yeah, if you haven't
Oh, that's sick.
subbed, there it is.
I can't get my hoodie to stay in like the perfect spot I want it. I'm just gonna be adjusting it the entire fucking.
Yeah, Toad Music is gonna be back maybe next stream.
You guys will be trying to talk about stuff, and I'll just be spamming Toad music.
All right, well let's
All
get
right,
into
boys.
it. Um,
Yeah, let's get into it, boy, because I got some fire for y'all today, boy. And I got my man. We got Collin here with the NC Slaine cannon ready at all times.
I'm just
So
gonna wait for my opportunity.
this is gonna be fun. So let's see. The first one was jealousy versus support. Who wrote this?
Yeah,
Was
I
this you,
did.
Javi?
yeah,
All right. What did you have in mind when you wrote this? Because I feel like this is super general and it
yeah,
can
yeah,
go like any way.
yeah. So let me explain. Hey, what's up, Adam Toast? Jay, Z. Oh, what's up, Z? So when I was so basically this whole week has been I've been thinking a lot about a lot of things, but one thing that stood out to me this week in particular was I don't know if you guys have the same type of family members, but some family members you love, others you love a little bit less. But some family members actually get jealous when or it doesn't have to be family; it can be friends. But they get jealous when you accomplish your goals or when you're like going up. When you get a W, some friends or family like they throw shade at you low key, like they don't want to see you succeed sometimes. And honestly, like they should be your family, your friends. So that's how I came up with this topic because it seems like they can be a little bit jealous, even though they think they're supporting you. Like those little jokes, like if you get a promotion at work or something, I don't know, they give you the shade, in front of everybody, in front of the whole family, in front of everybody. So I feel like it's a little bit like it's annoying. So that's why I've been thinking about usually, um, because when this happens, I get annoyed at those people, and it's like really like I need to reconsider our friendship or like what you mean to me as a family member, or maybe they're just not self-aware. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I mean,
Well, I
I,
don't talk to I don't talk to most of my family because of something similar to this. It wasn't really jealousy, but we just had our differences. So it was pretty much just like the family who fuck with me tough and like just ride with me. I still talk to them, and everybody else I don't. So I can't really say I've ever had jealous family members or even shady family members because if I do, I don't talk to them. You said turn the volume up on me and Colin.
Got it.
That's
I
on you,
just turned
Javi.
it up. Yeah. Let me know if that's better, please.
Yeah. So yeah, so I just don't talk to him just because I said we had our differences way back when I was still living in Memphis, and as I grew up, like I said, I matured really fast. So like when I grew up, I noticed it's like hey these people tend to like not fuck with me the same way I fuck with them. So when I pull back, I'm saying my energy, and we lost contact. It was like okay, well they didn't like me at all. That happened for I would say like 75% of my family.
Oh
So it's just
wow.
like, oh yeah. So like now here we are almost 10 years later and I'm just like, okay, this is my family. Like so I haven't talked to I haven't talked to like 75% of them in like 5 to 7 years. And it's just like, okay.
I feel like this happened a lot in high school, with those high school friends. Because in high school, you have all types of friends, like the people who are there for you, the real homies, and people who are maybe like they got potential to be there, but they're not exactly you're not exactly close. And then you got the haters or the people who like talk smack behind your back,
Oh
and
yeah,
when you
Oh
accomplish
yeah.
something, like when you get, for example, when like me and Slaine, I think Slaine, you and I graduated with like a 4.0 and stuff, valedictorian and all that. Like
Mhm.
that's one of the like when I went through that, like some people like didn't want to be my friend anymore, and they were throwing shade at me. They were like, "Wow, this dude just he thinks he's so much better than me," but that's not really what's going on. It's just that they're just haters sometimes.
they just feel
I am
inferior.
better than you, bitch.
I mean, when I was
That's
in
how I
middle
feel
school and
about it.
high school, when I was in middle and high school, I was an asshole. I was a little shit, but but I did band, and band was like the one thing that I was good at. And so when I was getting like into like the top bands in my school, getting like top chairs and stuff, and getting like section leader and leadership positions in marching band in high school, especially, people were always getting pissed
Hmm.
because they didn't like me. And so when I like get promoted to like top band, when I get the section leader, so I'm in charge of everybody. Everybody's like, "Fuck, why does this guy get these spots?" To the point where like when I was interviewing to be like section leader in band, we had to do like job interviews pretty much for it. And the director is like, "All right, you're really good, you're really smart, you've got good leadership qualities, you're very qualified. My only concern is nobody likes you."
Wow.
So so I've had to deal with like a lot of that, like people who are jealous, even people who I thought were my friends who like suddenly all of a sudden I start getting this and they're pissed off. Usually, sometimes it's people who just thought that since my personality was shitty at the time, they didn't think I deserved to be eating all this stuff, even if I was qualified. But then sometimes people were jealous because I'd have like friends who didn't get these spots, and then I did, and they'd feel like they deserved it too. And so their reaction just be to shun everybody who got the thing they wanted. Like I had one friend who this super nice girl got beat him in an audition, and he decided to like just go to everybody, just talk all sorts of crazy shit behind her back, even though she was like the nicest person there. To the point where like the directors had to like call him out and tell him like, "Shut the fuck up. You didn't deserve the audition. We gave it to you anyway. She beat you fair and square. Shut up. Stop talking shit." But it was just jealousy. He's just mad that he thought he deserved something, somebody else got it. So it didn't matter if that person did something wrong or not. They just something they wanted got taken from them, so they're just gonna lash out. But
Hey, shout out to Red for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow, Red.
thanks, Red.
You're talking about band, and I was also in band in middle school, and there was a lot of that friction because supposedly you're all a family, you know, you're supposed to play together, and it shows when like you can hear the music when you're actually in sync, but like people were mad at you because like they would be mad at me, I would be mad at them. Like honestly, I was young, and I'd be like, why did he get this promotion? Why is he the teacher's pet? Why doesn't the teacher like him better?
Yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of drama. Like even now that I
mhm.
teach middle school, or I did before the pandemic, there's just lots of drama. Um, no, shut up, Red. Um, I'm not hydrating. But
Thank you, filthy meme.
I got.
thank you, filthy meme. This is filthy meme because I know that's actually sweet meme. So love you,
Oh,
filthy
hey,
meme.
what's up, Anthony?
Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's a lot of drama. Like we have all our band stereotypes, and the flute players especially have lots of drama, especially for like their first tour auditions. It gets deadly around that time. But anyway, I've seen lots of the jealousy side. The real homies are the ones that support you. I caught myself getting jealous at homies before because like I had one homie who I thought was homie anymore. I stopped hanging out with him. But I remember when he was like getting into college and like professors were giving him free instruments, he's getting all these opportunities, and he was just complaining that it wasn't enough for him, and he's quitting everything so he could just stay home and smoke weed in his garage and play Fortnite all day. I remember I was getting really jealous of him, getting mad at
Life.
him.
Oh
But I
wow.
feel like in that situation, he was getting something I wanted, and he was just taking it for granted, and he was just kind of being an entitled piece of shit. So,
I
but
think
when that
yeah.
happened, I kind of realized like I'm not being a good homie though. I'm acting jealous, not supportive. Eventually stopped hanging out with them, but ever since then, I try to be supportive of my homies. Sometimes it's hard with certain homies because sometimes either I think they're being dumb, but I'm like I gotta support them anyway, or sometimes I do get jealous and I'm like I just gotta turn that jealousy into support or motivation. I can't bring them down to bring myself up. That's not cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's sometimes subconsciously like you get a little bit jealous of somebody, like you think about somebody, hey, he's the same age as me. He's accomplished so much more than me. But like that's a bad mentality and you need to like this is a tip for everybody, not like for everybody. Like don't compare yourself to anyone ever. That's bad.
It's hard. It's hard not to do
It's
that,
hard, yeah.
honestly, especially when like when you're in public school and all they do is compare you to other people. then you're taught to, like, you have
That's
to
just life, yo. Like
you have
everything
to
in life is a comparison. On your
yeah.
job, it'd be like, okay, what are you doing versus everybody else? You do like these like those interviews and the debriefs where they're going over your like your numbers and like, oh well, you could be more productive.
It's
Yeah, be more
impossible
like
not to
Jimmy.
be. Yeah, it's impossible not to be compared. Even like I was working at GameStop, um, when I first started off, I was getting compared to like the other people in my position when I first got hired on. And I felt pressure, and then once I got like good at my job and I started getting like top marks on sales for like not just my store, the whole district, then I felt like the pressure from my coworkers and my boss started comparing them to me, and it's like you need to like learn from him and get his numbers. Like I even had one guy who was new hired on, and I was in charge of him pretty much as his boss. And I remember that guy, like, he was older than me, and so he fucking hated having to be compared to me and listen to me and do what I said. So we did not get along.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's facts.
especially.
And then
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say, especially like Slaine, you said about school. Slaine talked about, Colin talked about GameStop, because these are things where you can compare, like bosses compare you, teachers compare you because of your grades or because of how much commission you got through I don't GameStop. They don't have commission, but they have
No, no,
power up, right? You need power up rewards. So you need to get people into that, right?
it's it's dumb. It's they got quotas. Yeah, they want you to sign
Yeah,
people up for their
quotas.
membership.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's what I was trying to say.
the GameStop just pays minimum wage. There's no commission.
But if you don't get to this quota, like you're in trouble.
Yeah, you get written up. If you get written up too many times, you're fired. You're out of there.
That's crazy. Capitalism.
Yep,
Come on.
American dream.
What were you gonna say, Slaine?
I was like in the military. Every year we do these things called evals. There's evaluations, and deadass. It's they take everybody of the same rank who's up for promotion, and they put you into a tier list pretty much. So they look at
Slain always gets bottom tier. Slain always goes
oh,
up to
bro, okay, you better ask about me. I'm fucking Superman with this IT shit. Like, I'm a terrible person, but I'm an amazing worker.
Well, it makes sense you're good at IT. You do have tech skill, but that's it.
Let's go. But yeah, but they take everybody. So like I'm an E5. When I was never up for first, but because I didn't want to do it. But they take all of the E5s. And I think it's like 100. There's like 100 of them in like my division. They take all 100 of them. They dead ass. They take all the E6s currently. They sit in a room and they they rank 100 people in exact order. Like this person is definitely better than this person, but not better than her. She's better than him, but not better than her. They sit there all day, maybe sometimes multiple days, and they rank everybody. They put you into an accurate,
That sounds
agreed upon tier list.
sounds
Dang.
horrifying.
It's
Like,
so stupid.
imagine
And
being the
then when
guy
you
at the
get
bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
Dane.
the
and
guy at
then
the very
yeah,
bottom. That'd be
you
the
get your
worst day of my life.
eval back.
The
And
first
you
time
get your eval back. Fucking Collin. Go ahead.
Lane, you always run after me. No, finish your stupid thought. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
hate it here. But
You hate it here. This is your podcast.
yeah, but
This is
oh,
you and
shit,
this is you and Slicer, and you hate it here. Think about Slicer. He's getting told his homie hates him.
Dane.
Twitch Mobile got more buffering than the Fox man. You feel me? Oh, wait, that's bad. You hate to see it, but yeah. So like you get your eval back, and it's like, oh yeah, you ranked 50 out of 125, and you're like, come on, bro, who's higher than me? So of course you go looking, and that's where the jealousy starts seeping in a little bit. Like you go, who got higher than me? And then you find out, like, man, what you mean she got higher than me? She got a desk job, or all she do is print papers, or all she do is, I'm saying, she stick one person with a needle every now and then, and now she higher than me. Yo, the jealousy be so fucking high in the military just because like they dead ass like tier list everybody. So it's just innate.
What was your ranking on your last eval? We have to know now.
My last one, I have no idea. I got an EP, so I was top 10%.
I want a specific number, Slain,
A specific look, man.
or else I don't believe it.
Actually, hold up.
Pull it
Hold
up.
up.
The receipts.
The receipt.
The receipt, we going in the bag, boy.
He's gonna pull
Let me
like
tell
some
y'all.
confidential information and put it on Twitch, and they're gonna hunt him down.
I'm gonna fuck around and show my social security number.
It was 12 out of 10. That's what Red said. But yeah, what about you guys in the chat?
I got a folder and everything, boy. This ain't even the right folder. I think it's in here.
What about you all in the chat?
Uh,
Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever been compared to somebody?
All right, I seen that. I know it's in. I was ranked 17th out of
Out
my
of
social
out of
showing.
18, 17 out of 18.
17 out of 342. Let's go.
Wow. And
Get
what
slapped.
what do you earn from that? You didn't get anything.
Not a damn thing. All right. They put you in these rankings. You get a good eval, and
So it's
then you
pretty
go.
much
And then you still you have to take you have to take an exam and pass it to actually prove that you can promote. Hey,
the,
Britt, my love.
pretty
Hey,
much
hey.
the one time Slaine doesn't go 0-2, he places ninth in the bracket, only pays out the top 8.
Oh my god, yeah, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Yo, that almost happened. You remember that time I got like 3 DQs and I got floated to like one round to making it out of pools.
I think
Did
so.
you?
No, he didn't make it.
Yeah, but no, I
Of
didn't
course
make it.
not.
I got
Of course not.
of course not, bro. I got fucking slapped. I think I had to play catch up. I got double three stocked.
By ketchup?
Yeah,
Like a
the
bottle, like a
Bowser
bottle of
Jr.
ketchup? You lost to a bottle of ketchup?
I lost it with a player named Ketchup, who was a SoCal ranked Bowser
How,
Jr. man.
how the fuck does ketchup beat you, Slaine? Ketchup doesn't even have hands.
Look, man, it was a struggle. All right, I may or may not have been drinking that day.
Pretty sure we were. We always are.
Easy 35 to carry. All right, let's go.
We gotta go like through more PM tournament videos just to try to find like more Slaine in the crowd moments, like that one time you were streaming Slaine.
Yo, that was one of my most fun streams, and then
That
Twitch
was
nuked.
that was fun, yeah. Then it just got automatically deleted because you didn't download it.
He ain't got hands, but he
So
got
like,
hinds.
I've never downloaded a Twitch VOD in my life, but I still had like pretty much every VOD that I've had since I've changed my settings to save my VODs. I had all of them, and then just one random ass day, Twitch was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna Thanos that bitch," and it's just gone. Like, everything, like my clips
Mhm.
were gone, my VODs were gone. I think all of my moments were gone too.
That's whack. I wonder if my clips are still there. I don't know. I'm not gonna check right now.
Yeah, like anything that I didn't dump into my Discord, it was just gone. I was fucking hurt, bro.
Yeah, that's why I upload to YouTube. Because of the DMCA? Probably.
I don't
I
upload to
didn't.
YouTube because a couple of my former students found my YouTube channel. So, and so I'm making sure that if I ever post anything on there, it's got
Yeah,
to be like super safe for work. Like I've deleted everything that's not music related. I only gaming stuff I left up was like gaming stuff with no commentary, but even then, eventually, I'll just get rid of this too.
Yeah,
So
clips don't resu. VODs do get deleted after 30 days. But clips are
yeah,
still
they get
there.
deleted after 30 days, but like I had like 3 years worth of streams like still there. So clearly Twitch didn't give a fuck about me until they did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
the
know then.
Death Note.
it's whack.
Alright, so
Yeah,
let's go to
it's crazy.
number 2. You guys are down?
Yeah, I'm
So,
down. Are you down, Slaine?
Oh yeah.
so what is this?
This is the one where what's his name? Cody or Connor, Ethan, whatever the fuck is Ninja.
Ninja. Where'd you
Tyler.
get Cody Connor Ethan from?
It's a white boy
Whatever
name.
his real name is. Fucking Ninja.
I don't
He
play
did
Rust.
a
I don't Red.
he did an interview. Tyler, that's his name, not
Yeah, Tyler.
not Cody. Some stereotypical white boy name, but yeah, he did an interview where pretty much one of the something that was quoted from him was he was saying that it's not his job to teach kids like about racism or white privilege. Like it's the parents' responsibility to do that. So I forget like what well I don't forget because I didn't watch the full interview, but I don't know the full context of why he would say some stupid shit like that.
I
uh,
think it's
But
because he
yeah,
never comments on it. Like with all the stuff going on, he
no,
never
he
comments on
does.
it.
No, he does.
He does.
That's not the context because he does. He's
Oh,
no,
I'm thinking of.
Ninja's
I
chill.
thought he didn't.
No, he does. He
Out
has
of
good
everything
views.
I've seen and heard about Ninja, I've never seen Ninja and BLM in the same sentence ever.
Yeah, 'cause neither have I, and I know like other
Really?
big streamers like to avoid commenting on it,
He
but
tweeted a lot about it actually.
I don't follow
If
him,
he
so
did more, if he did, more power to him.
No, he
But
did.
that kind of just contradicts what he's saying right now. Then
well, I'm just talking on my
No,
ass right
no,
now, so
because the context is. Let me pull it up actually. Um,
Zach and Cody.
what? Zach and Cody. Um,
oh my god,
so
that
he
tweet.
got so many. So you know how his chat has a bunch of people, like thousands and thousands of people. So people would like, what's it called? They would just throw out the F word, throw out the R word. So many like bad slurs.
Just
Uh,
slurs. Okay. Uh-huh.
yeah, a lot of bad slurs, and then um, I forgot the word that he just. Let me search it up, but basically, he just got so tired of it that during the interview, that's what he said. He says like because the chat was calling him out for not responding to these, and he said basically that it was just way too much, and he shouldn't be responsible to do it. I have a better video for it. Hold on.
Okay. Well, it's crazy though because I watch a bunch of black streamers, and like the very first thing I did as a black streamer was I went into my band and muted words, and I typed in like a billion different variations of the word nigga. Like it's just something you have to do. Like, is it tedious? Yeah. With bro, you can literally hire someone to do that for you. Like, I'm sure there's a list or some kind of document somewhere with every fucking variation of the word in probably every different language, and just put that shit into your muted words so people can't come into your chat spamming you and trolling you. Well, oh, look at this slur, look at that slur, blah blah blah. Like, bro, you're a multi-million-dollar like influencer. Your audience is probably like the largest audience on the internet, and you're upset because someone's in your chat saying words that you don't agree with, and you don't have the time or energy to respond.
Yeah, you've got like all this money, dude. Just hire some fucking mods to do it for you. And honestly, like with a Twitch streamer, like the mods you pick for your stream should be like-minded people. So if the mods aren't addressing the issue, that's your responsibility because if the mods aren't dealing with it, it kind of says that you don't care that that kind of behavior is happening. That you're kind of okay with that, even if you're not. Like you got to get mods who are going to agree with you and take care of shit like that. And it definitely is like if you have a huge platform, especially a platform made up of kids, it is 100% your responsibility to address those kind of things. Like I know when I was in middle school and high school, I used that kind of language. I'm not proud of it, and the only thing I can do now is just to be better and to not do it anymore, and to tell my friends not to do it, let them know it's wrong. But you mean like my microphone's hovering, like the sound's coming out, or just it looks like it's hovering?
No, he can't see your mic stand, so he's like, "Is it floating?" I was like, "Yeah, it's definitely hovering."
Oh shit! I just completely took it
Ah,
out.
GG, the whole boomer came.
It came out. I just pulled up a little bit.
Oh
Fuck.
god, but
But you get what I'm saying. Like you've got a responsibility when you got a big platform. Like just
yeah, it's like, look, it's like no one expects like kids to be born you know not racist or not, or like completely understanding white privilege. Some things you just have to learn through life and experience. So like, is it up to parents to kind of to teach kids like don't do these things, don't say these things? Yes, but it's only to a degree because there are just
can you just say
some things you can't teach your children because it just never comes up or it never crosses your mind until it does in life. So
So
now I feel like now during like recent times where I'm saying BLM is the forefront of the media, it's like you have to yes, as a parent you have to tell your kids like what is or what isn't wrong. But if your kids are already like an age where they're like able to process what BLM really is, like 10 years old to like teenagers and stuff, well, like if they're in school and then all of a sudden Black Lives Matter is the topic, you're not there as their parent to educate them on what that is. So now they have to learn that through experience. And how are they going to learn that? Because they're ignorant in that moment. Somebody there is going to check them on it. So they're not going to blame the parents for not teaching and saying the kids about what BLM means because it just never came up until it did.
wait, you guys ready? So I got the little clip of the video. You guys want to see it?
Okay, yeah, swing it.
All right. So
I gotta watch it through the stream.
yeah, watch it through my stream if you can. So this is basically more context. Let me know if you guys are ready.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, swing it.
Okay.
Parents should parent their kids, saying that it's not his job to teach kids about racism and white privilege. I mean, he's right. Like, what? You think he's wrong? Like, you really want a blue-haired Valorant Andy over here to teach children about white supremacy? Ninja's at least an open-minded dude, right? Overall, he's good at that sort of shit. But that doesn't mean like 30 other blue-haired Valorant Andys are going to be good at that shit just like he is. I would much rather have that up to, our institutions and parents to do that appropriately than like assume that, Twitch streamers are all going to be good at it. Porn stars are not expected to educate people on sexual education. Ninja was asked several questions about the publication about a number of things in his life, from plans to transition to voice acting, to
Okay,
his comments
turn this
years
off.
ago about not playing.
Yeah, so it's not just that
So,
he didn't talk about BLM. It's the fact.
super,
Uh-huh. What were you
that
saying?
he's super black and white about it. He's
Yeah,
like,
I don't-
oh, it's not Ninja's job to educate kids on like racism and Jim Crow. It's like that's not what we're talking about.
I don't always
Like,
agree with Hassan.
No,
'cause,
that's
like,
what
not
that's
all-
what it was though.
that's-
No, it's because there's
know.
two different things going on here, and I agree with you guys are saying that if you have a platform, you do have a responsibility. But then there's another whole thing of teaching white supremacy is bad, and a bunch of like things that kids should I don't know learn from their parents.
Yeah, but how hard is it to use your platform and just be like, just say like, hey, you shouldn't do this. It's wrong.
No,
it's
he does
hurtful."
that. The fact is, Ninja's just so tired of it because there's in the chat he streams every day, so there's always gonna
Okay, so
be.
look, this is the thing. So it's like with Ninja, like with his chat, like his chat rolls so fast that there's no way he reads that stuff. So if he can like look over at chat and it's like boom, oh nigga, oh boom, oh R word, oh boom, oh trans people. Like if you can just reach over and like just see that at a glance, like one, there's something wrong with your psyche that you're just recognizing those words above everything else everyone is saying in your Fortnite and Valorant chat. But also, like if like I said, you didn't take the time to set up those muted words. This is like if they're in your stream, they're in your community. These are people that watch like Ninja. So who are they gonna listen to if not Ninja? Like if they're in your chat saying these words and you don't take the time to be like, hey, don't say that. This is why. You shouldn't do this. This is why. People are hurt by this, and this is why. Like if you can't take the time to do that, you don't deserve your audience. Because what are they there for? They're there for entertainment, and you're profiting off of that. But now you have the opportunity to to use your platform, and you're just fumbling.
I agree with Sweet Meme. He said moving the goalpost is just as bad as skirting past the issue entirely, and I agree with that. Like, what Ninja's trying to do is like, I get, even if he does, like, do his part to try to help with that, to try to be like, it's not my job, then I shouldn't have to be doing that. Like, I disagree with that. Trying to like say it's somebody else's responsibility. Like, clearly in these situations, the person you're saying is responsible for it is also failing. I'm not saying it's not the parent's responsibility. It is, but it's both their responsibility, you know.
It's no one's sole responsibility. It's the thing. It's like, is it on the parents primarily? Yes, but the parents aren't gonna be there to teach their kids every single aspect of racism and privilege. So they have to learn some of those concepts through experience, whether it be bullying or through like say if they're in Twitch chat all the time, it can be through Twitch chat. Some of us did it through Xbox lobbies. Some of us you got your ass beat for it. Like there are various ways of teaching things like this and getting concepts across. But to simply just brush it aside, be like, oh no, I'm just a guy on the internet who plays games.
No,
Tell
he
your parents
doesn't.
to teach you about
That's actually
racism.
not the case though, because he
But-
doesn't.
but
No,
Ninja-
that's exactly what he said. He was like,
But
it's not
Ninja-
my responsibility.
No,
I'm
he's-
just a guy.
yeah.
Like,
No, it's saying it's not his responsibility, so don't blame what's going on. Like, because he does speak out, but it gets so tiring to see trolls and people say all that. Like, it gets
so
like
take the
you
effort
can't-
to minimize it. He does.
He
If they're
does.
saying these words, if
But-
they're saying these words in chat,
Uh-huh.
you haven't muted them or you haven't blocked
He-
them.
he has,
You don't
but
have adequate mods to
trolls-
filter this stuff.
Trolls find shortcuts. They always like look what Reza said. I agree. Trolls are always gonna find a way.
But I get you're just trying to defend him, Hazi. But like the fact that he's saying that having to do this is not my job, having to teach kids about these issues is not my job, kind of implies that he doesn't want to speak about these things. And he's got a platform, and whether he likes it or not, he's a role model to these kids. You know.
And he has acknowledged that, and I agree. I agree with that statement. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like I'm not faulting Ninja in any way for I'm saying like being a racist or anything or enabling racism.
Yeah, we're not
But
saying that.
it's,
We're
it
just
was
saying
it's his word choice. When you say something like "It's not my job to teach them this," it's like okay, that's just blatantly wrong because it's everyone's job to make the world you want to live in. So if you want to live in a world without trolls and racism, speak out about trolls and racism. That's the simplest thing you can do when it comes to regarding trolls and racism is to use words.
yeah, the biggest reason like
He,
trolls
he
are
does
so
though. Yeah.
prominent on like the gaming communities out of anything else, they're the most prominent gaming communities, just because people just their response is always like whatever, like either they're like I'll fucking ignore it, or they're like it's not my job to deal with it. I don't condone it, but it's not my job to deal with it, and that's why it's so prevalent. Like I can't tell you how many times I hop in a lobby and people are just being homophobic or they're just saying racist stuff just to get laughs. And I mean, I try to like deal with it in the way I can. Like when I play that Project Winter game, Slaine, if somebody comes in and does something homophobic, the entire server just turns on them and just kills them and starts
Yeah,
dissing them until they rage quit. And that's like the best thing ever. But Ninja's a role model. He's got a platform. He has to use it for good. Like
He
it's
does though.
it's a poor
It's
choice of word.
yeah. It is. It
It's a really
is.
no,
poor choice
he
of
It
words.
doesn't.
is.
He does it for profit because if he's doing it for good when it benefits him, and then he does an interview and says it's not my job to teach racism, and people come in my chat and troll me, and I just ignore. I choose to ignore it because I don't want Twitch to ban me or to do anything to me. Like he didn't he do this like a while back, like back when like Pokemon and Valkyrie were getting big, where he was like, I don't stream with girls because I don't want
Oh,
repercussions.
he still
No.
hasn't changed that stance.
Wait.
He's
Really?
done interviews. Yeah,
From
he's done like I saw when I was looking through this topic, I saw a recent interview where he's still saying he doesn't want to play with women, and they're like, can't you just have a platonic relationship with a woman? And he's just like super uncomfortable. He's like,
that's a whole different
no,
issue.
yeah, we're
That's
not gonna
No,
get
it's
into
no,
that.
because no,
It'll take too
his
long.
his
But
reasoning for avoiding women is he doesn't want to be a victim.
no. Wait. What? I thought it was
Yeah,
because
he doesn't stream or like partner with women because he doesn't want a bad rep. Like he doesn't want rumors starting between him and that woman. He doesn't want anything getting back to his wife concerning him and the woman, and he
so
doesn't want the woman to like be in a position to where she could even think something happened and then go on to accuse him of said thing happening.
that's such stupid bullshit, though.
are you sure? Because I thought I read it differently. I read it as if so basically inferred that his marriage, so his wife was not comfortable with him doing that. So that's an issue between him
Really
and his
quick,
wife.
really quick, Rezu, your comment. You have to understand he worked for his audience and someone telling him to do something that could jeopardize his career. Are you referring to teaching kids about racism or streaming with a woman? Because both of those I disagree with you, and I think it's stupid that either one of those situations would jeopardize his career. Like to think that teaching kids about racism would jeopardize his career tells you that he has a. If that's the case, then fuck his audience and fuck him.
Yeah, it's like wait, it's like if you work for an audience and then you're worried about losing that audience on behalf of you being a good person, what
Yeah,
is your audience?
then
Like
fuck your,
who are you trying to appeal to
yeah.
if speaking out about racism is harmful
If
or working with women in an era where women are just becoming more and more empowered? It's like who is your audience if that's a negative for you?
yeah, on one side, like being anti-racist is kind of like what's popular right now. A lot of people I feel like also like post all this Black Lives Matter activism, leftist stuff, and they don't actually mean it. They just say it because it's popular. But if he takes that stance, he's got very little risk. If he pisses off like the racist people, then good riddance. It's a shitty audience. You don't want that anyway. But on the other end, like to say that having women on your stream could jeopardize your career, like I think that's extremely
Can
misogynistic
you
and
look
just
that up though? Because I don't think that's the case. I really think it was insecurity between him and his wife. That's the
get
issue.
into it. Get into it
So
next week because
the one with
it's gonna take forever if you
We need to do
the,
more
do the
research for that. Yeah, we didn't. We this topic is not even in the. We didn't. We're not even like we just came
yeah,
up with it.
okay, yeah, we'll move on. But pretty much, yeah, like this the one with the woman thing that happened years ago. Like that was maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. That's back when he was still playing Fortnite, and people were like, this is like back when this is when the Twitch meta was evolving and like co-streaming was getting big and playing with other big name streamers. That's when that was becoming the meta. So you had like Daquan and Myth, and you had like Valkyrie and Pokey. Like you had a bunch of collaborations, and people were asking Ninja like, "Why don't you collab with any women?" and he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want anybody to have any false rumors about me, or
No.
I don't want anything to like
Okay.
be true about my wife."
No, but look at what Sweet Meme says. He like that the issue was his wife and him. Like he's so
All right,
insecure in his relationship that he just didn't
let's stay
want
away
to
from
deal
that
with that.
topic.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from that topic for now, so we don't get too sidetracked. And going back to Red's comment, people like Ninja need to stay away from those topics. Fuck you. I hate when people say stuff like that. Like one of my least favorite things is when like a musician or an actor or anybody posts something like a stance on some sort of like social issue or political issue, and people say like that's not your job, that's not your career field, you shouldn't talk about it, you need to shut up, you need to go back to your space. Like if you have a platform, use it. Like anybody is entitled to any opinion, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, whether it's a good opinion or a shitty opinion. To say that people shouldn't have opinions or people shouldn't talk about opinions, I think is really unhealthy and really shitty. Like you're trying to suppress those opinions. If that makes
His
sense.
business comes first over being a human. That's crazy. All right, let's we go. We go.
Well, anyway,
Go ahead.
anyway. Like, I think it's wrong to say that people should stay away from topics. Like even if people get heated, like so what? Like let
I
him
agree.
say what he wants to say. If you agree or disagree, we can talk about that. Try to be civil about it, but don't say that people shouldn't talk about stuff and shouldn't have opinions on stuff and shouldn't be allowed to express things about stuff. I think that is like the shittiest possible take you can have. And I know I'm getting a little heated about it, but that's really how I feel. I just
Talk that talk, King.
Wait, I have one little last thing. So you know how it's
All
Slaine,
right, go.
does that say Tampa on your sweater?
Tampa, yeah, Tampa, Florida.
So is it are you a Buccaneers fan or what?
No, sir.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm a
I know,
I'm a
rip.
Packers fan. We just got we got hold. I ain't gonna hold you.
So I was
We got hold. That was such a good bad game, but that's not one of our topics. Let's go ahead and get into
no,
this
wait,
tough
wait, no,
love.
I have a segue. So I was gonna
Oh,
ask
okay.
you because isn't Brady a Trump supporter? He plays for the Tampa Bay, and it's that what's it called? People see Tom Brady as I mean, it's a whole white privilege thing because people think that he should stay away from. No, he should talk about his politics. People don't care because he said he's a Trump supporter, but then Colin Kaepernick can't. And that's a double standard, but that's a whole another issue.
yeah. Like the real solution is let everybody be allowed to talk about their politics. It's like I know some people are like nobody should talk about politics. Some people are like only some people get to talk about politics. But yeah, people lose their sponsorship. Like boohoo, boohoo. Like if you're letting sponsorships dictate your opinions and what you will and will not express, like that's fucked. That's fucked. That's kind of like game companies censoring their games to appease China, and like John Boyega being taken off the Star Wars posters to appease the Chinese market.
Oh yeah, that was
Like
stupid.
like that pretty much right there. That's capitalism suppressing free speech. Like fuck that. I don't agree with that at all. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this one. This one was one of mine, I think. So it was tough love versus just being a hater, and like I kind of wrote this one in response to your topic, Haji, where it's like, how do people show, pardon, how do people like show jealousy versus support? And so I kind of wanted to segue into like, how do you like it stems from jealousy, but where do we draw the line of giving someone tough love and being supportive, or just flat out being a hater through the jealousy? Because I love hard. I give a lot of tough love, like to Josh, to my people back home, to some of y'all. Like I give y'all tough love sometimes, just because I think it's necessary. Like I'm not always gonna be the type to hold your hand and kind of oh it'll be okay. Like nah, bro, you fucked this up.
Yeah.
This is your fault. Like
I feel like
go
this happens
ahead.
a lot with you and Nitro.
Oh yeah, definitely would be a Nitro. I hope he's watching this right now with his 15 hoes.
You're gonna laugh at this, Slaine, but I think it kind of applies. When I saw this topic, I kind of thought about Pokemon and like my relationship with Game Freak and Pokemon. Or like I feel like when you're a hater, you're just there to like put it down and just rag on it for like no good reason other than you just want to see it fail, see people get upset, see people hurt. But like tough love, like when you see me on Twitter talking about how much I hate Sword and Shield, I'm not doing it because I hate Pokemon. I'm doing it because like I know what it is at its best, and I want it to be at its best, and I want it to be better. And like it's not where it needs to be, and so talking about how sucky it is with like the hopes that it'll get better eventually. not like the hopes that it will keep going downhill and eventually not be a thing anymore. So I feel like that's like the difference between tough love and a hater. Like you apply to a person, like you're giving somebody tough love, it's because you know like they need it so they can be better. They're not at their best. You've seen them at their best. You want them at their best again. But if you're being a hater, you just want to see that person keep going down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's facts.
I think I've seen your tweets about Pokemon when what's the new Pokemon game? Sword and Shield. When that came
Sword
out,
and Shield.
you were very you talked about it a lot on Twitter, and I think you went a little bit aggressive with that. So I thought like because I didn't know your relationship with Pokemon, I thought you were just a hater. But then I did see some tweets about how you wanted to improve it. What could they have done better? So I think that's the difference when you give suggestions, whether you just flat out just criticize it.
Yeah. No,
Just don't get hit, man.
I definitely gave it a lot of like shit, like talking about how like the story was bad, like the characters were in bad, the game was too short. They kind of half-assed a lot of parts of it. But I also made sure like talk about like what they could have done, which was honestly just take more time, put more content, and like actually flesh out stuff. Don't just like introduce the villain and have the villain like appear and be defeated within 5 minutes, stuff like that. But
So
then you apply
yeah,
it to the person. Like when I remember at like Smash tournaments, like when people like see Slaine, like after a set, people like never compliment Slaine. Like, "Good job, Slaine. I'll get him next time." And people are like Slaine, why the fuck did you like keep dashing at him and back rolling every single time?
Why
And
did you keep dash attacking? Just grab him. I got
yeah,
that shit.
like stuff like that. People like Slaine, you idiot, just do this next time. Slaine, you fucking moron, why didn't you do this? Slaine, like if he's sitting on the ledge, he's gonna back throw you. Just like stop dash attacking him. Slaine, Slaine, he's gonna keep spamming PK fire at you unless you approach. You can't just sit there and laser like Slaine, just stand on the platform so he can't PK fire you. That's all you have to do. Force him to approach. If you keep running at him, he's gonna keep camping you, Slaine. It's like they're making fun of you. It's not because they want to see you keep losing. It's because like they know that you kind of need the tough love to get better. Like they know
was
you can do
great.
better.
It was great. Steven said I got such consistent tech, bro. Look, I had all the tech ever. I could just never land a good hit. So it was like, oh yeah, I can do perfect pivot up tilt. That's a combo starter, and then I dropped the combo every time.
I just remember second we start the set, you start doing like all these like short hop auto cancel back airs and airs in place. And
You ain't nowhere near me.
and I'm like, uh-oh, this guy's gonna mess me up. And then I notice you keep doing it. I'm like already at the ledge. I'm like, he's not coming to me. He's just standing there. And I just go, all right, side B, side B, side B, like no tech skill. I'm gonna keep pressing the same move. And you're just like,
How do I?
what
How do I
this
die?
guy? And I remember like you made a Facebook post. I should pull it up. It was so funny. Like you post
Oh
like,
my
all
god! I
right,
didn't even.
he's spamming PK fire. I'll start spamming laser. He pulls up magnet. Let's run towards him. He starts shielding. I run away. He spams PK fire again. How do I beat this fucking guy?
yeah. Meme just made me
I
think
was
of
so
something.
salty, bro. I was like, bro, fuck, this character's busted. I can't touch it.
Meme, sweet meme. He just said it's like asking for advice after a set, bro. Like I get so mad when I lose to somebody and they give me advice when I didn't even ask for it. That's the worst. Like it fills
Oh,
me
yeah.
with
Oh,
rage. I
really?
just wanna.
I'm definitely that guy. Like, if I beat you, you trash. All right. So
I
now
mean, yeah, that's
but
obvious
I
though.
want you to not be trash.
I think that goes for like anybody though. Like, there's a golden rule at tournaments. Don't give people advice unless they ask for it.
Exactly, because when you lose, like for example, me, I just want to just not even talk about it. I just want to be done with it. I don't even want to hear it. And then if you just talk about the match and give me advice, it just makes me mad.
Yeah, if you give unwarranted advice, it's pretty much just trash talk. Like when I'm playing I play some games and somebody does something stupid and I get him for it. Like as they're dying, I'll be like, next time don't do this stupid. Like I know it's a taunt. If you do this Smash tournament, you're doing the same thing. Like next time don't dash attack my shield 50 times in a row. Your Slaine's not gonna see that as, oh, thank you for the advice. He's gonna see that as like, fuck you, don't call me stupid.
No, no, all right, run it back. All right, next time, don't dash attack. All right, I'm gonna just run up and grab. Let's go. Let's do it.
And like
I'm different though, because I give advice mid set. Like I remember it was Smash 4, and I was playing against this. I want to say it was like a DDD, and y'all know I have like hella DDD like matchup experience between Sweet Me and
I remember one time I was
Stubby
playing
D.
in friendlies and like there was like 6 people watching and I killed you with, like the spike on DDD's up B, and
Shut up.
everybody's like, oh, and then they gave me this really nasty glare, and I went over to Nano. I'm like, I think Slaine's gonna kill me.
Yeah, Slaine's
But yeah,
different.
I was playing this DDD, and I think I kept like I would landing there, and every time I didn't cross him up, he would roll. And I was like, bro, you can do literally anything but roll and probably kill me. And then for the rest of the set, he would punish me. So that made me get better. So I was like, okay, I got to cross him up because if I don't, I'm gonna fucking get hit or die possibly. So I felt it made our set better. And then like after the game, I was like, hey, yeah, like anytime like a fox hits your shield, you can literally just mash because like there's probably nothing I can do that'll just completely beat out whatever you're doing. So I don't know. I'm an advice giver because I want to see everybody get better because I feel like it makes me better.
I mean, I like giving advice, even though I'm not the best player. Like, I feel like you don't have to be the best player to see how people can do better sometimes. It's just the thing, like Red's saying he likes to do it too. The thing you gotta be careful is that doing that can be seen as condescending, even if it's from a good place. So, like, just generally as a courtesy, just ask before you give advice. Be like, hey, can I give you some advice? And then if they say
that's way better.
If they say yeah, then give them advice. If they don't say anything or they say no, just be like, all right, good games, take care. Just leave them alone.
That's what I've appreciated from some players. Because
Can't nobody
if I
in the
win,
venue beat my ass. They gonna take this advice.
but I think of AC, like AC, super nice guy. Like every time I play against him, he always asks, like he'd play.
Yeah.
Of course he beat me because it's AC versus me. Who do you think's gonna win? AC every time. No matter who he's playing, no matter who I'm playing, it's always gonna be AC. And he'd always be like fist bump, and he'd be like, "Hey, can I give you some advice?"
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, "Sure." And then he'd give advice, and he'd be really nice about it. He wouldn't be like, "I beat you because you did this." He'd be like, "Hey, you should try doing this next time." Like,
yeah,
like,
he's
hey,
very.
this is like a really good option. He's like, AC's a great example.
He's good with that.
He's really good with it.
Sweet Reem, I just want you to know you're the reason I roll from ledge like as much as I do. The fucking jet hammer, I was like, oh, I'm gonna just stay here. He can't hit me, and then I died. It's like that hits below ledge. It hits below ledge. So now every time I'm on ledge, I just roll. Most times, I'm afraid everything just hits below ledge.
Hit, I
Don't do that against Rob players.
I don't hit. When I win, I just wait for them to ask me. I don't think I've ever given advice without them asking first.
Hazi wins. Hey, bro, just drop Zeus. Just drop Zeus, bro.
Necro Valley.
The Necro Valley. Oh, God. Fucking
right. I want to talk about your fourth topic because I watched that video and I need a little bit more context from Slaine about it.
Okay.
I could not tell what they were saying. I had to go to like the replies to like, get context, and even then I was like, "What the fuck?"
All right, so this topic right here, this is why women can't be friends. Like, oh my God. There you go. I gotta bring it up myself. Twitter.
Oh, it's a video? Okay.
Yeah, it's a video. Yeah, you probably won't hear anything they're saying because they're speaking ratchet.
Yeah, I'm a bit too late to understand that.
All right, so should I just not show audio or what?
No. Show the video and then play the audio so you can just grasp like the ratchet that's happening.
All right, I'm playing it right now.
Yo, it's my birthday. Yo, listen, I didn't get dressed. What do you mean? I didn't even get any drink. I got nothing. I can't. Bro. Like, what? Put in. You don't have why you should never invited me if you're gonna pay for the fucking food. Nah, we're covering my birthday. My birthday is once a year. Your birthday, your funeral, bitch. Like, what? Put in. You don't have
Okay, so it's somebody's birthday is when I'm. This is my first time I've seen the video. Somebody's birthday, and one of the girls is mad that.
Okay, so yeah, so the girl at the head of the table, it's her birthday, so she invited all of her friends out for this luxury dinner. So of course the chick come now, and her friends that she invited don't want to pay their way. They're like, oh no, like you invited me here, so that means you're gonna pay for me because that's how invitations work. And then the birthday girl was like saying, she's like, well, it's my birthday. I shouldn't have to pay for you on my birthday. So they're going back and forth between it's my day and well, you invited me. And then the girl who's kind of off camera, she's like, well, look, she's like, I'll pay for you. Like to the birthday girl, she's like, I'll pay for you. And then the girl who was invited, her and her homegirl, well, they're like, well, like you invited us here. Right? We shouldn't have to pay. It's like you wouldn't want a guest at your wedding to pay for your wedding because you invited them. Like even though that's your day. So just throughout all of the ratchet, it was like, bro, this is This is why women can't be friends. Like,
I so I disagree with Red what he's saying. If you invite people to go somewhere, I believe you're the one that pays. I heavily disagree. I think that you should always assume that you're going to pay your own way unless somebody explicitly states that they will be paying for you. You should always assume that you'll have to pay your way. And if you can't afford to
okay,
go to a
so
fancy dinner, then you say I can't afford that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm paying for you," and then you're all good. Never
Yeah.
assume that somebody's paying for you. That's an
well, so what
asshole
it's
thing to do.
I,
That's an asshole move right there.
I think it's like this. If you invite someone to an event, yeah, you should pay for them. Like especially something like a date type event. Like if I invite you, hey, we going to Six Flags. You want to go to Six Flags? I'm not paying for you to go to Six Flags. Like just because I invited you, or like especially on a special day like this. Like it's my birthday. Like me personally, me and my circle. Like when it's your birthday, you don't get to touch anything. Like you don't pay for nothing. You don't open doors. Like all you gotta do is show
Wait,
up and look
Slaine.
good. Like it's
Oh,
your day.
on my birthday 2 years ago, you paid for my dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my birthday last year, I went to go see a movie and then get dinner with some friends after. Went to a restaurant and nobody assumed that I was paying for them. I paid for one person, but everybody else is just like, oh yeah, I got my movie ticket. I don't even have to ask. We get to the dinner place, check comes, and before I can even offer to pay for anybody, like one person was like, all right, I got your bill, Colin, you're good. And I was like, what the fuck? Like it's your birthday. You shouldn't have to pay for anybody. You shouldn't have to pay for yourself. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn,
So it's like
what good
if
homies.
it's my event, like if I listen, if I invite you somewhere like on some on a social thing, like a date type thing, like it doesn't have to be a date. Like just if like you invite your homies to like the movies and they be like if like what should I pay for you? Like okay, yeah, I can understand that. But on my birthday, like I'm not inviting you to spend time with me like on a social thing. Like I'm inviting you to my birthday. Like this is my celebration. Like for you to expect to not pay for yourself at my celebration, it's like you're never invited again.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that's
not
just
about you. It's about the birthday person. I think another thing you have to consider though is what the event is. Now, like if I said, hey Slaine, hey Slicer, you guys want to meet up for lunch? You guys want to get burritos or something, and we just go to like a casual place. I think if you guys showed up and you're like, all right, Colin, you're paying for my burritos, I'd be like, what the fuck,
Oh
guys?
yeah, that's weird.
yeah, fuck that.
But if like we went to a super fancy dinner, then you'd be like, oh, cool, are you paying? And if I said no and you still came, then like we're cool. But like a fancy dinner, I can kind of get why you'd expect that, but still, I wouldn't assume it. But now, like, I'm inviting you guys to go to Disneyland, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to go with me? You're gonna assume I have
That's
extra
like
tickets or
man.
something. I'm not gonna ask you to just drop like, what is it now, like $300 to go to Disneyland for a day with me? Like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
I don't know
That's insane.
because I've been on both parts of the spectrum because so my I think Aaron is in the chat. My friend Aaron, every year he has this giant like birthday party. He like last year, 2 years ago we went on a boat ride. Then we went for Korean barbecue before that. So he always pays for everybody, even if it's like 20 people. But he tells you beforehand. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay for everybody. Come through." So we already know. But I have other friends that they're like, "Hey, let's go here," and I always expect myself to pay, but sometimes they do offer, sometimes they don't, and I don't mind. But we just need to know beforehand, like there needs to be a good planner, honestly.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
always assumed that I'm gonna have to pay myself because one time I went to go see a movie with a friend, a couple friends, and the owners of Nowhere back when I used to TO there. And there's one guy who used to come to the tournaments like lens setups all the time. And I don't talk to this guy anymore. Like fuck this guy. But I remember we went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Part Two, and then we went to go get dinner afterwards. And he told us all that he was going to pay for dinner. And then we have our dinner. We get the check. He looks at the check and he goes, either pay for yourself or call an Uber home, because he also gave us a ride there.
Oh,
And
what?
I didn't have any on me. In fact, out of all of us at the table, there's six of us. Only one person besides the guy who said he was going to pay had money,
Wow.
Oh, that's wild.
and he was like, "I'm not paying for you guys." And we were like, "Dude, you told us you were going to pay for us before we came. We only agreed to do this because you said you were paying." And he's like, "I changed my mind." And so ever since then, I'm always like, just assume that you're going to have to pay. Just always come prepared to pay for yourself. And if you're not willing to pay for yourself, don't go.
Yeah.
because you never know if something
Yeah.
might happen where you have to pay for yourself anyway if something comes up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Context definitely matters, and I feel like in this situation, like with the girls, it's like it's her birthday. She invited you to a luxury dinner for her birthday. You expect her to pay for you on her birthday? Come on, son.
Yeah, if anything, they should be paying for her, but at the same time, just just don't assume anybody to pay for anybody except for yourself. I think that's the fairest way to go about it. I think that if you show up somewhere expecting people are going to pay with you, I do stand by that. I think that's kind of selfish. I think
Yeah,
that it's kind of entitled to think that way. Like, oh, you invited me, so clearly you're going to be paying for me. Like, unless that person explicitly expresses that they're going to pay for you, don't assume it. It's just rude.
I agree. This is all. This
Yeah.
lies on the planner, on the birthday girl, birthday guy. They need to be upfront with what's gonna happen that night.
Nah. That one's implied. If I say, "Hey, look, bitch, it's my birthday. We going to get some food,
I
and
mean,
then we going to the club. We gonna pop bottles
it's not always implied
on
because
on my birthday." What about that made you think, "Oh, Torian is gonna pay for us to go to dinner. Torian finna buy bottles for us in the club"? Like,
No, that's why they should never assume.
I mean,
I
when I
agree
was
yeah,
a
with
little
you.
that's
kid,
what I'm saying. Like in the context of this video, it's like, and the girls, they're like, "Oh, well, you invited us here, so you should pay for us." It's like, on my birthday, of anything. Like, if I invited you to a fancy dinner just on a regular ass Saturday, and we had this misunderstanding, it would be more understanding. But the context of it's my birthday, get dressed, we going to eat, and then we're going to the club. Something about that to you said Slaine is paying for us to eat and go to the club, like
Okay,
on
Slaine,
his birthday.
if you tell me that like on your birthday, I'm gonna pay for your drinks. I'm gonna pay for that. But if it's not
Yeah,
your
you're gonna
birthday,
pay for me,
if it's not your
but
birthday,
not,
then
I would,
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna pay for me because it's my day. But you wouldn't expect me to pay for you based
No,
on an invitation.
unless you tell me before.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
yeah.
that's why bitches can't be friends. Like,
No, and I think Erong just brought up a good point. That, like, for some cultures, it's tradition. Like he says, a Chinese culture, it's tradition to pay for people on your birthday,
Yeah, he told
and
me
I
that
get
before.
that. And then I remember when I was a little kid, and I used to go to birthday parties, my own birthday parties. Like the kids had to RSVP. Yeah, I agree, Kusa. I think you would have
Hey,
been a better
Kusa.
guest, but I don't know. They goofed up.
yeah,
But when I was a little kid, and I used to go to birthday parties and host my own. Uh, you had to RSVP, and the reason you had to RSVP is because guess what? The host was paying, and so the whole point of the RSVP was the host needed to know how many people they were paying for. Like birthday parties at the bowling alley, like the host is paying for that. They're not asking each parent to pay for the kid to bowl; it's the host paying for all the kids to bowl.
Yeah,
Laser tag, same deal. Like stuff like that. You RSVP that way they can pay for you, but you're not little kids going to like a laser tag or a bowling alley. You're grown
yeah,
ass adults going out to dinner. Like unless I think we all three of us agree here. Unless the host says
yeah.
they're going to pay for you, then assume they're
yeah,
not going to pay for you.
And
Just
also,
don't
uh-huh. I was gonna
don't
say,
assume you're being
uh
treated like same with the birthday person. Like I didn't go to that dinner assuming I was going to get my meal paid for. Like that would have been rude of me. Like to invite everybody and be like, "Hey, aren't you guys going to pay for me?" Like I
yeah.
would have been a dick there. Just don't assume. Nobody assume. It's just rude to assume, no matter who
Also,
you are.
I was gonna say, I have friends who have money who are stable. I have friends who are not. And whenever I say, hey, let's everybody, it's not my birthday. So let's say it's not my birthday. I say, hey, you guys want to go grab dinner here? And in the like they tell me, oh, I don't have money, and that's fine. Like you don't have to go. Like if I offer you to pay for you, then come through. But if I don't, yeah, don't come through and then say I don't have money after, because that's really messed up. Like we got to make that
yeah.
clear before you go.
Yeah, like why? Like I've had that happen too. Like why didn't you tell me you didn't have money? Like why did you want to get this stuff and not tell me you have money? Like in that situation, it's like, all right, you just tricked me into paying for your meal.
Yeah.
Nice job, thank you. That's also the dick move. You're an
Yeah.
asshole if you
Oh,
do that
good
too.
job. Good job. Thank you. I'll never talk to you again. Like,
Just I think the moral of the story is just never assume. When money's involved, never assume anything.
I think Sweet Meme says we're getting drunk in the parking lot.
if we getting drunk in a parking lot, boy, we like these same bottles in the club cost $30 in Bevmo. Like,
Yeah,
up
it
to the
is.
birthday person what they want to do. Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, if when you're planning an event like this, I say you know. So it's like if I invite you, if I know I'm gonna pay for you, yeah, like Colin said, like you probably got an RSVP so I can get a head count. Because I'm not gonna just buy out the entire restaurant. I gotta have a table. We have a section. I gotta know how many chairs we're gonna need. and like the what meals we're gonna get. But I said, in my experience, typically with a birthday party, in my circle, when it comes to a birthday party, like we don't let the birthday person touch nothing. So, hey, bro, look, this is your day to feel special. Like, I got your food. If we got to Uber somewhere, I got the Ubers. Now, you ain't opening no doors. You ain't buying no liquor, but you gonna drink all the liquor I buy you. I tell you, it's like on
Hey,
your birthday, bro. Like, you don't got to worry about nothing. Like, that's just your worry free day. But at the same time, if you throw a birthday party and you be like, hey guys, I'm inviting all of y'all. Everything is covered. Don't worry about it. Well, we can do that too.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here, and I think we're just talking in circles now. So
Yeah, we're
so
definitely just talking.
so Hazi, if you want to hit us on the next topic,
I was
so
just
Slaine
Hey,
and I
Ticho,
can
when
keep
is it?
arguing. I think I'm agreeing with Slaine too much tonight. I need to argue with him on something.
Let's go.
all right.
So hey, y'all, we're hanging out for Blitz's birthday this weekend. You think Blitz is buying anything in Vegas?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. So absolutely, I ain't blind. I ain't buying Blitz shit, boy. Nah.
So I guess we're gonna move on, shift gears a little bit. I think Colin is very he could give a he could be with this question forever because he's really good at judging video games. But Colin, in your opinion, what makes a video game good slash like an instant classic? You think?
All right. If
My
it's
brother's
if
calling.
it's
Whole lot of gang shit.
so I think what really the most
I bet.
important factor for this. Oh, Slaine's getting a phone call.
It's my brother. He finna come grab some money from me.
Tell your brother to get on the podcast. I got some questions.
Hey,
I got
you want
questions
this
for him.
ignorance?
I got questions for him. I want to learn about young Thunder. All right, we'll just do without Slaine. Um, not like his opinions are important anyway. Oh, I'm kidding. It's not as fun if he can't hear me roast him. Um, I think the most important factor is the game fun, and I think if the game is fun, then like that's like all you need really to become an instant classic. If people have fun playing it, like even games that are popular and people like to rag on and rip on and hate on, like Among Us, for example. I know people are probably starting to get sick of that game now, but I
Yeah.
think that's an instant classic right there because it's fun. Is it the most like technically impressive game? Like, no, hell no. Like the servers barely work. The game is like pretty repetitive and simple. There's not a whole lot. The art style is pretty basic. It's just like flat, kind of has like a hand drawn style sort of, but it's nothing like breathtaking. It's not like Ori or like something like that, where it's like a really nice style. It's not like Cuphead, where it's all like hand animated or anything like that. It's a fun game, and for that reason, it's an instant classic.
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was also a classic. I remember it was
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
Oh
well,
yeah,
yeah. I
Black
used to
Ops.
play that all the
Oh,
time. Like it's like I, little kid, I go to my friend's house, played on the Xbox. You just play for hours. It's just
Zombies.
we sucked at it, but it was fun. So it's an instant classic. Does it hold up today? Probably not, but it's still a classic just because it was so much fun back then.
say some stupid shit to the
Gang
podcast.
shit.
What's up,
Gang
Face?
shit.
What up, Face?
What's happening?
For sure, G.
Try again. Try again.
Uh huh.
Ignorant, stupid ass nigga. Hey, Britt, say what's up. Yeah, Britt in the chat.
Oh, tell us what's up. Gang shit, man.
She can hear you, nigga.
Shout out to the homie Britt. You a real one. OG, day one.
This shirt, man.
You do.
Like a whole big bitch.
Oh, okay, hold on. How many niggas in the chat got two girlfriends at the same time? Ah, look at that. The big nigga. Oh, okay.
Well, now you won't after today. They're gonna see this podcast.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Nigga knock my boxes over. You ain't shit.
We got just came from fucking South Town.
Alright, hey, show me it all the way up.
Alright.
But yeah, for me, I think I don't think it's actually fun. Actually, for this is coming from me. So I think it's the replay factor. And that's not necessarily means that it's fun because you can have a fun game. For example, a linear fun game, like all the PS4 exclusives right now. Oh, that happened last year or 2 years ago. They're all fun, like Red Dead Redemption. I don't know, a bunch of games like that. They're fun the first time you play it, and then the second time you play them, they're not as fun anymore. So I
Well,
think,
I think
Mhm.
I think replayability still like goes with my argument because let's be honest, if a game's not fun, are you going to replay it?
Nah.
No,
Hell
but
no.
if you replay it and you know what
But if,
happens,
that's
it's
if
not
I
fun anymore.
finish it. Like,
There's some games like where people disagree with you. Like I know like I don't not to like take other people's opinions of the podcast, but like Donkey makes a video every year like his top games of the year.
Yeah.
And so he just released his top 2020 video, and he put Red 2 on there. He's like, I played Red Dead 2 again 3 times this year. So it's like you might not have fun replaying it. Some people do, and he's like, every single time I play it, the story gets better. Like it's kind of like when you go rewatch an old movie.
Yeah, that's a
Like
bad
I don't know
example.
what your favorite movies are, but when you watch the movie, like when I go back and watch Star Wars and I go watch Empire Strikes Back again, I already know the twist about Darth Vader and Luke. And does that stop me from enjoying the movie? Like, no, like I
For
get to
some
that
people, it
scene where I
does
know the twist
actually.
is coming, and I'm like, hell yeah.
For
Yeah,
some
some people
people,
does, some people
yeah.
doesn't. You can't really say like knowing a story and all its twists is going to like ruin your enjoyment.
No, yeah.
I'm one of those weird people that likes to spoil themselves beforehand. So like I know what the plot is going into the movie, and my anticipation is not what's going to happen. Is I can't wait to see this certain thing unfold in the movie.
My friends would hate you. We hate spoilers.
It depends on the thing. Like some stuff I hate spoilers for. Sometimes I just can't dodge spoilers, so I just go whatever. And sometimes I really want to spoil myself.
What are our thoughts about Cyberpunk? Slaine, you want to go first?
game was trash.
I just
Game
want
was
to say,
hot doo water. And I had it on PC, so I couldn't refund it.
yeah, week 2, you guys were talking about. Slaine was like, "Fuck Nintendo! I'm never buying another Nintendo game. I really want this game, but I'm so mad about this thing happening. I'm gonna go buy Cyberpunk instead." And
Yep.
immediately the game comes out, and I'm like, "I wonder how Slaine feels right now." I told him like, Nintendo doesn't care if they have your money or not. So just if you want the game, just get it. Like it doesn't matter. And but Slaine's like, "I gotta like prove a point. So I'm gonna buy Cyberpunk." Money well spent, right, Slaine? I bet you're glad that you boycotted Nintendo right
I'm
now,
not
aren't
gonna get
you?
into the Nintendo thing again. It's like, I don't care that Nintendo don't care. It's I care. So Nintendo ain't getting no more money from me. But yeah, I bought Cyberpunk and then I tried to play it. It just ran like shit. It looked like shit. The beginning of the game, it was just super slow paced. I just wanted to be a fucking robot and kill shit, but no, I was regular ass whatever the girl's name is. I had no abilities. The gun was trash. It didn't do no damage. I lost the first fist fight in the game. It's like, brother, I did not enjoy that fucking game.
No, you sure that losing the fist fight? You sure that's the game, or is that just you, Slaine?
No, that was the game because it didn't tell you it was like
You
it
sure
was a difficult.
it doesn't matter what game it is. Slaine always goes 0-2, right, Ozzy?
Oh,
Every time.
yeah, it's like because like I expected though it's an open world game, so of course not everything available to you will be suitable for your level. So it was like, oh yeah, there's a street fighting circuit. It's like, oh, I can do this. And the very first fight is like, yeah, fight 2 niggas. What? Like you said it's not bad on PS4 Pro. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I heard it's horrible.
I'm not gonna risk it. I have a PS4 Pro. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna risk it. And honestly, I just don't care about that type of game. But I mean, for me, like personally, it doesn't matter who makes it. If a game looks fun and a game is like something I want to be, I will play it. Honestly, like that's just my take on it. And I mean, and if you want to Slaine, there's always the option of just sailing the 7 seas and getting games you want. And be like fuck you, Nintendo. I'm gonna play your games, but you're not getting money for me from them.
Like fucking Nintendo, I'm gonna build an army.
Build an army, trust no one. Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
What happened to Dorcas?
Put poison in it.
But I think
So dumb.
one thing we need to mention is that Cyberpunk was so hyped. Like that's the most hyped game ever, I think. And
Yeah,
it
it
did
was like what 7 years in the making.
yeah. There was
Like,
no
yeah, this
way
is the
it was gonna
future.
be. It was gonna live
Honestly,
up to
it was kind of doomed. Like I think people just made a mistake hyping up like because CD Projekt Red. If you look at their history, they weren't a developer for a long time. They were a localizing company. They localized games into Polish, and then they were mad about like there's like a lot of piracy stuff going on in Poland. So they decided to like try to like combat piracy, and they found the best way to combat it was just to sell DRM free games. And so they made GOG, goodoldgames.com, and that was their website. And then eventually, one project they were working on got canceled, and they said, "Well, this thing's almost done. Let's just make it into our own game." And so they did, and that's how they made the first Witcher game. And if you look at their game history, they've only made the Witcher series. They've made nothing else. And so why people were hyping this up to be the game of the century, I don't know. The Witcher 3 was good, but this isn't like a very prestigious studio besides that. Like they made one good game. One good game.
yeah.
And people expect them to be like the next like rock star.
Witcher 3. Like I started it, and then like 30 minutes into the game, I was just so bored. Like what?
It's like,
I don't know why games don't start like good anymore.
I mean, like, it's not a terrible game. Like, I know you're not a big fan of Slaine, but if you like actually look at like the parts that do work, like the story is good and the concepts are good and it's there. It's just the ideas are all there. It's the execution that sucks.
Yeah.
And will they ever fix it? Who knows? CD Projekt Red might not even be around as a company anymore in the future, 'cause with all the
Yeah,
stuff that's going down. Like the Polish government is suing them,
Huh.
so they are pretty fucked right now.
they made the devs rush to release it. Oh wait,
They screwed the pooch
we're talking about
big time.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, talking about Cyberpunk. But anyway, that's not one of our topics. We're talking
Yeah,
about makes the game a classic, and I was just saying, is it fun? And Slicer said replayability, and I said, yeah, that ties into is it fun? Because if it's not fun, you're
It
not
does
going
tie
to
in,
replay it.
yeah, but it's not the same thing.
okay. A game for me. Let's see. What makes a game a classic? I think is how memorable it is.
And for you, Slaine, it's probably how many waifus there are.
No, sir. My
Dang.
favorite game had. Well, never mind. It's just like how memorable the game was. Like for me, like the Dot Hack series, right? It's not. It didn't get a lot of attention, or not a lot of people know about it. But it's my favorite game of all time, just because when I played the game, it was a very simple game. It wasn't too difficult. Um, X, Y, and Z reasons. But the thing that I really liked about the game was how memorable it was.
Yeah,
Like I could probably, I can probably like tell like the entire GU storyline just off memory. It was just so good.
I,
So it
I,
was like it wasn't the best game, it wasn't the most fun game, and the mechanics weren't that intricate. But it as a game, it was like I want to play this again. Like yeah, I want to go back and mash X through all the battles just so I can see Ovan kill everybody again, or I want to see Alcade like I'm saying become a lost one and then get that feeling when I get her back, or I want to watch Haseo go from
spoilers, man,
OP.
spoilers. I own those games. I still haven't played them. I'm waiting on it. Just spoiling everything.
Just look, man. These games have been out for like 20
Slain,
years.
Slain,
It's their
Slain,
fault.
Slain. I'm joking. Did you not remember what I
No,
said
I know.
earlier?
It's like, man, these games been out for like 2 decades. This is your fault. Like,
No, but I agree too. Like the memorability, like I can still tell you like about like when the first time I booted up Mario Party 7, which is the first game I ever played, and like it starts off with like Toadsworth runs and he's like, guess what, guys, we're going to cruise, and you look on the cruise ship, it's like Mario Party, and like I still remember that. Like it stuck with me. It's like the most memorable thing in all of games. Hell no, like I think more memorable would be like Pokemon Red. You start walking the tall grass, and Professor Oak freaks out, and he's like, don't go in there. Come on, let's get you a Pokemon. And
don't
then
do that. There's Rattata in there.
And
It's like,
then, but then in yellow they change it so then a Pikachu attacks you and he catches it and he's like, "Here you go," and you're like, "Oh man, we like that Pikachu we saw. That's our first Pokemon. This is so cool." Like stuff like that.
yeah, like Skyrim. Like I played Skyrim super late.
Oh yeah,
I played it on. That's one of my VODs that got deleted, man. But yeah, I played Skyrim for the first time like a year or two ago, and I was like, "What's the big deal with this game?" And then like an hour into it, I was like so addicted to Skyrim.
I still
I
haven't
think
played it, but like I can tell you, like some parts are memorable. Like just the opening cutscene has been mean so much just because it's
The,
everybody knows it,
the
whether
meme.
you play the game or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like being kicked across the continent by a giant, memorable because it happened. Like first row dying your horse off the mountain, like memorable. Like riding your horse and you're like just going straight up the mountain, hoping you get to the top because the path is too far away. Like memorable. Like
and like if the game has something that sticks with you, like for me, like some of my favorite games, like Team Fortress 2, that game is memorable because it's like super crazy shooter and like you've got all these characters, like all these super quotable one-liners, so you got always like know what the references are. Or some games are memorable, like there's just like memes, like there's a community behind them. They just make these memes that just make you think of the game more and more.
Yeah.
Like earlier when Slaine and I were referencing like the first Fire Emblem commercial when it came out in the West, and it's a horrible commercial. It's like horribly misrepresents the game. The tagline for the advertising was "Build an army, trust no one, Fire Emblem," which is like, what the fuck? The whole point of Fire Emblem is like you have a bunch of people who trust each
Yeah.
other. You don't get that many units, and they when they die, they're gone forever. So you got to make sure that you don't let people die, or else your army's diminishing throughout the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck is this tagline? Did they even? Oh well. But so you get memes like that, and memes like that. Just you hear like, what happened to Doorcast, and like Slaine instantly just thinks Fire Emblem, and he knows what I'm talking about. It's memorable and it's a classic. Like it goes for beyond just games, just memorability. So it makes something a classic too, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games in the chat right now. Mass Effect, Skyrim, Halo. Halo's a good one.
Yeah, Halo. Yep.
Undertale.
Undertale.
I saw San Andreas earlier from Sweet Meme.
Oh yeah,
Aw,
GTA.
shit. Here we go
And then these
again.
are, like, yeah, these are like classics, and these are all pretty decently aged too. But I think like a bunch of like some newer age classics. They're like what was it? Undertale is a newer one. Um, I just had one of my Breath of the Wild. I think is an instant classic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
this is like the confession that people always get mad at me, but I have only been in one Zelda because I've not liked any enough to actually finish them. And the only Zelda game I finished is Breath of the Wild. Every other Zelda game I've been like, fuck this is boring.
I can top
But
top that, Colin. So
you didn't even finish Breath of the Wild, did you?
So let me a little bit of backstory. So back in high school, every single day I was a senior. I had this belt buckle. It was with a giant Triforce. So I had the belt buckle, and then like
Oh,
people would be
bro.
like, "Whoa, that's awesome," and I'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm cool." And then I never told anybody, but I've never finished a Zelda game ever. But I used to be I guess fake and wear that thing to school every single day.
I got
Yeah.
Twilight Princess on my
No.
Wii U right now. We're playing this. Me, you, and Devo. We're playing Twilight Princess.
No,
on
I,
stream.
like I know the story. I've seen everything. I've seen Debo finish these games. I just haven't done it myself.
Yeah, I've seen all this stuff on YouTube too, and I know how they align. I know the story. I've seen everything. It's just I haven't done it myself because I just don't care enough. But I'm the same sister. When I was in middle school, my girlfriend gave me like a keychain of a Triforce, and it's short enough that I put on the zipper of my hoodie, so it looked like I had a Zelda hoodie. I wear that everywhere, and people always compliment it, and I just felt like the fakest fan ever.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you haven't
Oh, you
played
never played
Super Mario
the
World?
original Super Mario Bros?
What the hell, dude?
Bro, I remember I beat the first Super Mario like for the first time like as an adult. I was so
Yeah.
fucking happy.
That shit,
I was on deployment.
those games are hard, honestly.
Super hard.
Fantasy Mario.
Luigi's
I haven't played
Mansion.
any Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, me either.
But I think also what makes it a classic isn't determined by just one person. I think it has to do with like it has to be a consensus of enough people that think the game is like a high enough standard where it's memorable enough and it's replayable enough and it's fun enough to where these people hold it in such high standard. It's like I could tell you guys that like Stella Glow on the 3DS is an instant classic for me, and you guys are probably both thinking like what the fuck is that game?
Yeah.
And so I can't really say it's a classic if nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, it's
True.
fine. But yeah,
I
but,
can-
if
I
I
can
say
say-
your Automata is the classic, oh yeah, we
Like I can run into a room and I can like I can walk in a room. I can be like Fire Emblem Sacred Stones though, and Slaine will be like yeah, and Slayer will be like what? And I'm like all right, 50-50. But then I walk in the room and I go Super Smash Brothers Melee, and they both go yeah. I'm like okay, there we go. That's classic.
Gary's mod Minecraft.
mod. Oh my god! As much as I hate Minecraft, it is legendary. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta hold that.
So I think popularity is also just a big factor. The game has to take off for it to be a classic.
Dang, does that mean Fortnite is gonna be a classic now? Dang. That's sad.
Well, I
Yes.
think the difference is Fortnite's not nearly as revered as, say, like Among Us. Like with Among Us, I don't see that much hate for it, but for us
Yeah, that's true.
bashing on, it, praising it.
Yeah.
So it's like just like Justin Bieber. Like Bieber is not like he is just an artist that people like to use as a punching bag, opposed to like somebody like James Brown, who is a classic artist that people will like give all these accolades to, or Paul McCartney and John Lennon, or
Or Bruno Mars in the future. If you're comparing Justin Bieber with Bruno Mars.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
I do think. Well, hold on. I do think that Fortnite will be one of those games that goes down, like in gaming history.
Oh yeah, it
Fortnite-
definitely will. It's one of the most popular games of all time. It's definitely going on in
Fortnite
history.
did a
but
lot for the culture.
will it be remembered fondly? Probably not. People remember it as that really annoying popular game that was like a mobile game that kids played that had a ton of corporate tie-ins that kept it relevant no matter how much people wanted it to die.
Yeah,
I think that's Fortnite's legacy. Because the only thing I keep Fortnite relevant is they keep having all these crossovers with Disney and Marvel and Warner Brothers and all these different companies. They're like, okay, here's Star Wars, here's Avengers, here's X-Men, here's DC Universe, here's this
Right, bro.
franchise, here's that franchise. Like, it's at the point where like Fortnite knows it's starting to wane, so they're just putting in all these different movie skins to keep it popular.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna slide into this last main topic for the podcast. This one was from Collin. This one is fucking hilarious, bro.
which one is this? I already forgot.
The
Oh,
one
it's
with-
the oh my god, this one. I know which one it is.
All right. So in most recent trend for toxic masculinity, these guys have gone and pretty much made a tier list of the type of men in the world, and it is the most funny shit ever. Wait, go to the second image.
Yeah. I'm here.
It's probably super tidy.
And then go and read them out loud, Slicers, so everybody knows what they are.
I'm gonna zoom in.
So in a nutshell, we got the 5 male archetypes.
Here, I'll go to read it out loud actually, because it is hard to like read on the desktop. You gotta zoom in a ton. But so first,
You gotta read them out loud. All right, go
so
ahead.
yeah, so we got the 5 male archetypes: the social and sexual hierarchy. Social status is strongly correlated with sexual success in the totally unfair winner-take-all sexual market. Just that line right there, just the very beginning, the totally
market.
unfair winner-take-all. Like already, I could tell this tier list was made by an Omega male. But so we start off with the alpha, the self-assured leader of men whose swagger and aloofness makes him very successful with women. So that's Slicer right there. Then we got next is the Sigma male, the lone wolf antithesis of the alpha, defies placement in the social hierarchy and yet is successful with women. That's definitely not Slaine.
I have no success with women, bro. It's definitely not me.
Don't worry, same here. Then we have the beta male, the worker bees of society. Women will tolerate them if they have ample resources, otherwise they are discarded.
Dane.
Like, you can already tell this list is just extremely misogynistic. Like, this is not about like ranking males. This is just about being misogynist, and like this totally screams like the lower you are, the more women mistreat me. I'm a nice guy, but they don't realize it. I'm a dumb. Like, it just screams that to me so much.
You're a Sigma, bro. Don't say that. Don't put yourself on this terrible spectrum.
Oh no, I'm not. Don't. Yeah, definitely don't.
Red, like, don't.
But he's saying Sigma as a joke. Then
Yeah,
we get
he's right.
then we get the Gamma male, and it says there's a typo. It says gammas are bitter of clueless about women. I think that's supposed to be bitter or clueless about women. It's like they hate women or they're clueless. Often they cannot grasp red pill often they cannot grasp red pill concepts. Like, what the fuck is this? Like some sort of 4chan incel shit? Red pill concepts? Is this like some fucking Reddit loser thread thing? I don't know. And they check out of the mating game. It's like men who just don't understand women or whatever and just withdraw willingly. Or I guess that's what it's saying. I don't know. It's weird. And then here's my favorite, the last one: Omega male, the hopeless. Omegas are correlated with violent outbursts like shooting sprees because of their total rejection by women.
Dane. School shooters.
Yeah, that's what I said to Slaine. Like, this is the school shooter tier. Like, the kid who like asks a girl to prom and she says no, so he shoots up the entire school. Like,
Women
why
don't
is
love
this
me.
thing? And then my favorite part is look at the image. Like, so it goes alpha males look just like this dude in the green t-shirt. Then lone wolf is a guy with like a collared shirt and a vest. It looks like.
Fucking hair.
And then beta male is like a doctor. And then gamma male is the guy in a long sleeve red shirt, long sleeve orange shirt. And then the very end, omega male is a guy in a gaming chair on his laptop. So Slaine and I are both
Wow.
like sitting like our gamer chairs right now. So that's us.
That's definitely not me.
I hope they're trolling. I hope this is not real.
No,
I
this
don't
is
know.
real, bro.
What?
Because look, it's the Sigma male, What Women Really Want by John T. Alexander, MD.JD. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like, there are Twitter Twitter pages. There are YouTube channels that produce content
What is
about
this? Keanu Reeves?
how to be a man.
yeah, they're saying that's John Wick.
Oh, John
they're saying
Wick.
John.
Yeah,
They're
Keanu
saying
Reeves.
John Wick.
Yeah.
They're saying he's a Sigma male.
But yeah,
my
bro,
favorite,
people
my,
really think like this.
my favorite thing
Wow.
on this thread is the first reply. It says any real scientist would tell you the actual top of the dude hierarchy is trans men, swiftly followed by X men.
Wow. So you
Bro,
always want to be like Keanu Reeves. That's understandable.
Like
no, you
these
don't have to be
incels,
like Keanu Reeves. Be
they think
yourself, bro.
they think they're John Wick until they get rejected. Then they're just a school shooter.
It's
What is this last one?
like, look, in
That
all
one's like a
seriousness, bro,
it's like the
being
same thing.
being a dude, like being a man, like not even being a male or being a dude, being a man, it's like it's hard, but it's not at the same time. Like once you're doing it, it's hard to fall off.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like as men, we got tons of male privilege, and it's not that's not that bad. Some
yeah,
people act like it's tough because oh, I can't get women, but it's like if you can't get women, then there's some sort of issue because either probably like you're just really shallow and you only want a woman who you think is super attractive and you're just denying anybody else who might actually genuinely be interested in you, or maybe you're an asshole and people in general just don't like you and you've yet to realize it, or maybe you're misogynistic and that off puts women, or maybe you're just like a creep or whatever.
Hmm.
Like the only people I've met who like genuinely think that there's something wrong with women and not them, like tend to be people who don't have many friends and they have bad hygiene and they're just not pleasant people to be around and
they're
True.
they're
fucking in.
they're too far in denial, too selfish to realize that the issue is them, not women. So
It's like if you look, if you want to go into self improvement for the purpose of self improvement, that's okay. But if you're trying to like follow like self improvement tips in the hopes of being a what is it, an alpha male or a sigma male, and your goal is to get women and appease women, like you're not improving.
Yeah.
You're just faking at that. Like you're
Agreed.
just faking it. And contrary to popular belief, you cannot fake it until you make it. You're gonna
yeah,
fake it until you die.
it's really goofy. I just want to put that because I know all three of us are going to agree that is just absolute bullshit. But I just thought it was really funny.
That was
And
the funniest shit. I think I had just gotten off of work when I saw that. When you said
yeah,
it to me, I
I
was
think
fucking dying.
I think the only people who buy into that are just like
Jocks.
The Omega.
not jocks, definitely not jocks. People who make that kind of stuff are people who just spend like all day. They don't really interact with real people that often. That's what I think. I think they're socially deprived people who want to like, because like all this terminology, like this is all like stuff used to classify wolves. All right, people are not wolves.
Oh,
Like,
Like,
true.
I don't know if you guys have dogs, but like dogs still act like wolves in a bit. Where like there's always gonna be an alpha, and omega, and like the alpha is the dog who's in charge of the pack. Like with my dogs, the alpha is my pug Maggie. She's because my oldest dog is blind and deaf, so he's kind of a pushover. Then our puppy listens to her, but she's the alpha. So like if she wants to smell something or she wants to chew something, she takes it. And if the other dogs get in the way, she snaps at them, and they have to respect it. And then the omegas, like the other dogs, like the bottom of the pack, like they follow her around, they listen to her, they do what he wants her. Like when you own a dog, like technically you're the alpha. But to like apply that to people, like people are much more complex than that, and that's just stupid. Like that's it. Just the whole thing is just super misogynistic and saying that women are shallow and only driven by sex, and women are treated unfairly because of that. When the reality is, the men are who believe and buy into this crap are the ones being shallow and driven by sex.
Yeah.
yeah, it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's like
Everybody.
the dudes that buy into this are there's like the types that don't deserve to be with anybody. Is like if you like if you think you need a crash course on being a man for the purpose of getting women, you're not a man by default.
Yeah.
And then the guys that make this stuff,
You know
like,
who like when I see the stuff, you know who I think of?
Who?
but
Diplomat.
yes, bro, that
Yeah.
fucking
I
if
remember
you want
so I remember he
if
made
you
like
you
he got banned
gotta
off
be
of
an alpha
Twitter.
male. You
He
gotta
got
play
banned off.
Bayonetta. You gotta pick top tiers and grab women by
Yeah.
the put.
Oh, Sam, have I told you about the first time I ever met him?
Oh god.
It was at Pack Smash back when Haas used to run at the dorms at UCSD, and
Uh,
he was at a setup all by himself, sitting by himself in training mode with a CPU, like playing Bayonetta with a notepad in his lap, taking notes as he played. And I walk up
Mhm.
and I go, "Hey, can I play some friendlies with you?" And he just looks at me dead in the eyes and just goes, "No." But I remember
No.
like he got banned off of Twitter for like some really misogynistic stuff he was saying, and he made a
It's
new
fucking
account.
dumb.
And since he made a new account, I didn't have him blocked because I'd blocked his old account because he was pissed at me for banning him from nowhere. But boohoo, Crimey River. But I remember, I forget who it was who made a thread, but it was something about like a comment about like women can't talk to men about sex, and I was like, why not? And they're like, real women would never do that, and like all this like super misogynistic stuff. I remember I replied to him like, clearly you've never like had a friend who's a woman, because if they're your friend and they're comfortable with you, like they will talk about it with you like the guys do. Like it's only uncomfortable if you're a creep or you aren't really close friends or anything. Like it's totally normal for anybody to talk about regardless of gender. And then this guy starts popping in and starts telling me I'm wrong and that the women only talk to me because I'm gay and that I'm a cuck and stuff like this. I'm like, what? I'm like, this guy's an asshole. I look at him, I'm like, oh, it's Diplo. That explains so much.
Yeah. Hey Trent,
Oh,
I agree
shit.
with you 100%, Trent, in chat.
Yeah.
Think about your partner as a human being rather than someone I can just throw away. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think that
more
was one.
sense, huh?
So that was one of the comments in that Twitter thread where it was like, women aren't women aren't possessions. Women aren't a thing to get or to win. Like and one person was like, it's like, oh, so women aren't the prize. It's like it's kind of a fucked up way of saying it, but yeah, it's like don't you don't go into a potential relationship trying to win somebody, trying to gain somebody. You want the partnership. You don't want like a trophy.
Yeah, don't objectify
Exactly.
people. That's fucked up.
It's
If you
not
want,
a glory, it's a happiness.
these men complain about feeling like they're being objectified, but at the same time, they're doing exactly what they say they hate to women.
Exactly. That makes perfect sense. And with that, anybody in chat have any questions for us? Any last minute questions before we head
Okay,
out?
yeah. So, right at the pretty much the 2 hour mark. So yeah, so go ahead, chat. Y'all know what to do. It's about that time where y'all send us in y'all random questions or statements and get all of our hotness and fire.
Or topics, any
And
recent
then
topics or whatever?
after this, we're gonna start wrapping up the show. So what's up? Talk to your boy. What y'all want to know?
Talk to Papa Slaine.
Papa Slaine, how can I be like you?
You don't.
Pulp
Don't
in
be
your
like me.
orange juice or
Trick
no
question.
pulp?
Wait, what about an orange?
Pulp or no pulp?
Orange juice? No. Pulp is disgusting.
I can do both.
I can do both too. Not like a lot of pulp,
Yeah,
just a
not a
little bit
lot.
of pulp. Just like low
Pulp is
pulp. Low pulp or no pulp, that's my preference.
Hey, Ticho, that's facts right there. You want to build, not keep, and that's what I talked about in the first episode. You want
yeah.
to have a partner who you can just accomplish a lot of stuff together. You need to build, not just build each other up, but build something bigger than both of you. Not just try to keep that person.
Is this my Discord that's booming like this? I don't have friends. So what's going on?
What, Colin? What is your thoughts on me joining the military? Oh man, I gotta think about my words here. Um, it's your life. Do what you want to do. Is it something I would do for myself personally? Hell no. Especially with Slaine's takes and pretty much telling me like stay the hell
Don't do
away
it,
from the
bro.
Navy. Slaine's always telling me that. For me, like when I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I decided to go to community college instead of doing the military. Um, and I mean, everybody does something different. You're figuring yourself out. You weren't sure exactly what you. And I can't say my experience will be as good for you as it has been for me. So, I think if you're having a good time with it, I'm happy for you. I think if you're having a miserable time, then I feel sorry for you. But regardless, I think that you're trying to figure yourself out, and it's up to you to do what you want to do. Like as much as Slaine hates it, there were pros and cons to doing it.
And it sucks that you have a contract with the military. You can't just quit whenever you want. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
honestly, like doesn't matter how powerful they are, Red. We're not, people don't hate on them because of their like oh wow, The United States
I
of America has like the largest capacity to kill other people out of any other country in the world. Wow, I respect them so much now for perpetuating violence and colonialism and all this great stuff. Right? I'm not going to change my opinion just now that I know the Navy can nuke me if they wanted to with a nuclear sub off the coast of San Diego. Like I know they can do that. Do I give a shit? No. I just don't like the military that much. But
we don't hate the military because of their strength. We hate them because they treat us like shit.
Yeah.
Like I was active duty for 7 years. I've gone through the 16-hour work days with no praise. I've had the sleepless nights, and I've had
The duty.
the extreme punishments for pretty lackluster.
and then
You
I
know,
know
like,
we don't want to get into too many political discussions, but like I'm totally a leftist who thinks we should be putting money into like education instead of the military. But
No, I agree.
that's my thoughts. If you're having a good time, that's great, Trent. I'm happy for you. So my thoughts on it, Trent. My only thought is, I just miss playing games with you. That's really my only thought. I hope you're having a good time, and I miss playing games with you. The only reason I'd say I wish you didn't join is because you have less time to play games with us online now. That's it. That's really it. You do what's best for your life. What I think doesn't really matter. It's what you think is best for you.
Let's go back a little bit. Aaron mentioned the Packers. Bro, that field goal, what do you think, Slaine?
okay, so look, I watched this game. I didn't tweet or post on Facebook the entire game because it was a good game. It was a trash game, but it was a good game.
Well, you
and
were
it was
tweeting.
competitive.
What do you mean?
It was not during the game though. Like I think I didn't start tweeting until the third or fourth quarter, like late into
Yeah.
the third or the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
We went into halftime down like 18, and I was like, I think I did tweet. I said we're still in this game. I still believe in us. And then we came back, and the fourth quarter, the referee started making a bunch of just bullshit calls that it just made the game unfair for the team that was winning at the time. And it was like, okay, well, like both teams have been doing this the entire game, so they've gotten accustomed to playing, more in a more competitive way. And now in the fourth quarter, when it matters, the refs want to, oh no, you got to play by the rules now. All of a sudden, it's like, come on, bro, like the rules were out of the books for the first part of the game, but now you want to play by the rules all of a sudden.
Okay, well, but what about that field goal?
Okay, it was trash.
It was
That
trash.
field goal, bro. Look, when they lined up the field goal unit, I was like, they're not kicking this.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
I thought they were going to fake it. Yeah.
Like, they're gonna try to pull an offsides, or they're gonna try to fake it. I just knew there was no doubt that they were gonna kick the ball. Man,
Yeah.
I saw fucking Mason Crosby kick the ball, and I was just like, what the fuck is Matt LaFleur doing?
Yeah.
Bro? I was so fucking mad.
Me too.
And I was like, okay, it's like 2 minutes. We still got 3 timeouts. Our defense is playing a pretty good game. We can still win this. I was hopeful. But it's like that call was
And then
so
that flag.
bad. It just put us in a bad spot.
Yep.
So now we were just reliant on our defense and hope. And then again, here come the refs calling a bunch of bullshit calls that they haven't called the entire game. And it just put the game on ice. So it was like I was pretty upset at the outcome of the game. But like I said, Aaron, like our team, like we forced 3 interceptions from Tom Brady, and they didn't capitalize on it. Aaron Rodgers threw for 3 interceptions himself, and we couldn't. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 interceptions, so that cost a bunch of momentum. Devontae Adams dropped a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Robert Tonyan, Aaron Rodgers missed him for a touchdown pass. Aaron Jones, amazing running back, but he didn't play the best game when we needed him the most. I'm not saying it's always the refs. I'm just saying that the refs were really enabling for what was already happening. So I do think both teams made a bunch of mistakes, but the Packers made a few more, and it ended up costing us a really good season. So I'm not mad at Brady. I'm not mad at the Bugs. I'm not mad at the refs individually. Fuck all them as a whole.
I think the next question was, are you guys getting the vaccine for COVID?
Fuck no.
I'll go first. I think I'm getting it next month because I'm part of a school. So yeah, I'm getting it. Hopefully Pfizer, not Moderna, but it's because there's so many misleading articles. Not even articles, just the title of the article. Because once you click on it and you read the whole article, you see what happens. There's too much to get into there because there's a lot of misinformation going on. And it's gonna take a whole hour to explain it. But I guess yes, I'll be getting it hopefully next month.
Oh yeah, Slicer, you've had the game as Smash Ultimate this entire time.
Is that a
Oh yeah, I know. It's too late now.
This ain't special. Hey, fuck it. We're at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Am I getting the vaccine? Absolutely not. All right. I don't trust new
voluntarily
shit.
or
Huh? Oh.
I don't know. For me, it's tricky. Like I want there's a lot of misinformation going around. And I'm trying not to let that misinformation scare me into not getting it because I definitely want it so I can go back to living my life. But at the same time, like if there generally are health risks because the vaccine is like ineffective, has been rushed, then I don't want to get it. But if that's all just misinformation, then I want to get it. It's at a point right now where I got time to think about it honestly because I am currently a full-time student who is unemployed, and so and put it simply, I am very, 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 very low priority for the vaccine anyway. Like, if I get the vaccine, I'm going to be one of the last people to get it. And so I will be able to see from people who are getting it if it does have some sort of like bad secondary effect and if it's actually effective or not. That's the nice thing about being one of the last groups to take it. I get to see all these other people take it first and see like, is something bad happening to these people? If the answer is yes, then like hell no, I don't want to take it. If they're all fine and they're all immune to COVID now, it's not spreading to them, and there's no like bad secondary effect unless you have like some sort of weird allergy to the vaccine, then I want to get it. So just with all the misinformation that's being spread, I just want to make sure that it's safe. That's all I care about, really. Like, if it's safe, I will gladly take it.
Red. I think Red was saying, "What are y'all's take on weightlifting in school?" Um, Back in high school, I don't think I lifted. I mean, I ran a lot, but I didn't lift. I don't know, Slaine,
Uh,
did you
I
lift?
lifted. I lifted a little bit when I was playing baseball. For those 2 years. Um, it helped me a lot. Like before I started lifting, I couldn't do a single pull up, and in that like that 1 year like
Thank you,
time
Trent.
frame, I got all the way up to 10 pull ups, and like I could squat my own body weight.
No, I still can't do a pull up, but I still
I
can't.
can probably I make it one
But
or two.
the nice thing, well, not really nice thing. For me, I didn't take weightlifting because I was in marching band, so marching band kids didn't have to do PE.
Oh, I think
So
Trent says he's gonna take the vaccine. He'll tell us how it goes. Okay, cool.
All right, cool, bro. Yeah, let me know if your arm falls off.
Bruh.
You getting the Navy vaccine. You ain't getting the same shit as everybody else. You getting
Yo, marching band. Yeah, Collin is a big. He was in a marching band back in school.
yeah,
if
I'm
kids are
still
gonna
new.
be lifting in school though, it definitely has to be under adult supervision because kids are typically stupid and they're really prideful. So it only takes one time for someone to be like, "Bro, come on, you can't lift that, bro. Come on, get it up."
Hey,
And now
thank you,
you're in there
Britt.
trying to press
Thank you for the
something
follow.
above your. Hey, appreciate it, Britt. Yeah, it only takes one time for someone to get hurt. So
Yeah,
I definitely think if kids be lifting in school, then you need enough adult presence there to make sure it's done safely and correctly.
and also adults that actually help you and they care about you. Because there's some coaches who don't even care. They're just there to do their job, but they don't really have the passion to be a coach, and that sucks.
Yeah.
I
All
think.
right. Any last minute questions from the chat? We'll go ahead and do our outro. We really appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for coming again for another episode of the Slaine and Slicer, the Slicer and Slaine show. Big shout outs to our guest this week, your boy Collin. Didn't really get to shoot at me this week because he ain't in the chat. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we really appreciate you for coming, man. We wanted you on the show pretty much from day one, and we're really grateful you took the time to
Well,
come speak.
grateful that you guys invited me to be on. If you ever invite me again, I'm always around. So
Yeah, it was a really fun show. Honestly, we talked about e- everything, life, games, everything. Also, don't
it
forget
was
to
like
follow. What was that?
I was gonna say it was like a slice of life, wasn't it?
Yes, 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 Colin, with your jokes, memes.
He said the title. Roll credits.
He said it. He said it. So follow our socials. They're down here. Also follow Colin right over there, bottom right of
Follow
the
it.
screen.
Follow at your own risk.
Never.
I'm a very avid complainer, so follow at your own risk.
When is the run back for me, Jay? Give us good topics, Not the same thing that you always talk about. Hoes ain't loyal, because that's all you talk about.
Oh.
Then we can talk. But all right,
They say,
everybody.
do we
Um,
have a Discord? We do,
yep.
but it's not a public Discord. It's just for the homies.
Just allow me
We
Discord.
whoa, that's a good idea. Honestly, maybe we can make one.
No,
Oh,
sir.
man.
I do not
No.
a Discord.
I have given
No.
my take on this with other
Then I gotta
people.
teach kids about racism and privilege. Good night.
I'm not gonna discussion, but I've gotten my take on this. I think too many streamers these days are making Discords. Like,
Hmm.
honestly, I can't tell you how many friends have decided to like make their own Discord. I've had mine for a couple years, but like everybody wants to make their own Discord server these days. I'm like, holy fuck, there's too many Discords. I can't keep up with every single Discord. So I've gotten to the point where I'll join Discords, but the second I get in, I just mute it. I only talk in my Discord. You want to reach out to me, like DM me on Twitter, text me, message me on Facebook, DM me on Discord, or talk in my server. If you try to
Bro,
like at me in your server, if you at me in your server, I might see it. But other than that, do not expect me to be checking your server actively
Yeah.
because I am in just too goddamn many servers.
bro, I straight up just left a bunch of Discords. I'm only in. I'm in TK, Joey, Shizzy. We have two fucking Ozzy.
We have
We've
two
got two.
for our crew. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Collins, and then I'm in a black group Discord. That's it. Like I left all of the Smash Discords. I left the Lucario Discord. I'm leaving the Among Us Discord literally right now.
Oh my god, I'm still on a bunch of Smash Discords that I just have muted. Just because for me, instead of leaving them, I just sorted everything into folders. So I've got like my
Pretty
server top, then I've got like friend servers, then I've got like Pokemon servers, Splatoon servers, streamer servers, Smash servers, for like the San Diego stuff, and then just a bunch of character servers. And honestly, I should just leave all the character servers, but that's
Got
more
my own.
effort. Leaving all the servers
my
at this point is more effort than just leaving it alone.
Just have my own personal server where I dump my memes and shit.
You talk to yourself that way?
Pretty much, yeah. Because this is where I put like my stream clips and a bunch of memes.
Slaine's so lonely. He has like 30 alt Discord accounts, and he just like talks in the server to make it look populated, but it's just him talking to himself.
It's like that picture of
So,
Will Smith, the Prince of Bel Air. He's just in the living room, just standing up.
no, so it's like funny enough, I made this Discord because I was playing Fortnite. This is back when Fortnite was new and fun, and Fortnite was like the first game where I could play on PC and play with my homies on PlayStation. So, but the thing about Fortnite was their in-game audio was fucking trash.
Oh yeah.
So I made a Discord so me and my homies could talk in Fortnite while we were playing, and then it just kind of like we stopped playing Fortnite, so no one else was in the Discord because they're on PlayStation.
Mhm.
So now it's just where I dump my memes and fucking Twitch pods.
I mean, you look at my server, and like the people do talk in my server, but I also just dump a lot of like instead of retweeting it, I just dump fan art from Twitter I like, and I used to put stream clips, and now we still talk, so we can like organize like game nights every Friday, which you've been to, Slaine. But
Yeah.
Also, don't
there's too
forget
many servers.
don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, or my YouTube, I guess. I'm gonna be uploading these episodes. This one is going up tonight. So yeah, it's Slicer1313 on YouTube, on Twitter, and Twitch. So check that out if you want to replay this, or if you want to watch episodes with Jay in the past. That was a really good one too.
That one was fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, we might do a run back for that soon.
And then make sure you guys follow Slaine the Seraph on Twitch, because if he gets enough followers, then he's going to cosplay as Kazuichi Soda from Danganronpa 2. So she follows Slaine.
Yeah, but with that, I think we're gonna raid my brother Debo. So hopefully you guys can give him a follow if you haven't.
And also for the raid message, comment Debo is stinky. Love Collin.
Yeah, spam that. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, Trent, Red, Arnim, Jay. Who else was here? Aaron was here.
You can just click on users in chat. You can see
Then
Aaron.
we got Red, Trent, Aaron,
Ticho.
Jay, Hera was here, Ticho, Britt was in here.
Leo,
Who is
what's
this?
up?
Oh, Leo's here. What's up, bro?
All right, good night, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys can catch it on YouTube. If not, just meet us back here 7 p.m. every Tuesday night. All right, have a good night. Bye.